Sometimes toxic is quiet. Toxic is silent. Toxic is subliminal. You don't have to be a mean ass person overtly to be considered a toxic person. Toxic person isn't sometimes the most obvious person in the room. It's sometimes people who think that they're good people. It's people who are passive. It's people who prioritize peace. It's people who avoid confrontations. It's people who avoid difficult conversations because it makes them feel uncomfortable, because it challenges them. It's people who are selfish, so selfish that they will not consider other people's feelings when it comes to relationships because they believe that their intentions and them never meaning harm for anybody is just enough to get by in these relationships and sustain them. Toxic isn't always going around bullying people. Having boundaries doesn't make somebody toxic. But do you know what makes someone toxic? When someone uses the boundaries as their excuse to avoid accountability. When boundaries only matter when it suits them. Being emotionally immature makes somebody toxic. Playing victim when you're the one that caused people to walk away from you is toxic. Not knowing that you're toxic is toxic. Not realizing that you have toxic traits is toxic. Remember, toxicity sometimes freaks in the most subliminal ways. A toxic person is someone who lacks accountability and self-awareness, that they will never question themselves because they believe that they never mean any harm to anybody, and therefore they could never do any harm to anybody, and therefore they're always innocent. You're the real toxic ones.